The Dice Odyssey!
Hey folks, welcome to the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kasman, and today we're going to be talking about a 2 to 4 player dice chucker, Machi Koro. Now, I'm going to be forthcoming at the very beginning of this video. Today's not going to be all unicorns and rainbows, as it normally is. Or is it? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get this over to the table, see how it plays, and I'll give you my final thoughts. A general overview, so it's not going to hit every specific rule in the game, but just enough to show you how the game in general plays out, okay? First thing you're going to see is you start off with a wheat field in a bakery and 4 different construction sites, so to speak. They're under construction, and basically the point of the game is to get these 4 cards constructed, and that ultimately wins you the game. First person who gets those constructed, okay? Now, the way the game plays is you're going to have your dice here, and, every person's going to get a chance in the game to have at least 1 roll per turn, okay? And whatever it lands on, that's going to show you how much you're getting from each player, the bank, in terms of coins, okay? Now, for example, if you look at the wheat field, you see right here, this is showing you what number needs to roll on the die for this card to activate. And then it activates the power at the bottom, and that pretty much works for every card in the same way. So for example, if you have blue cards, that means that anybody can roll that, including yourself, and you'll get 1 coin from the bank on anyone's turn. That's pretty cool. Then you've also got the bakery. You get, if somebody rolls a 2 or a 3, actually, I'm sorry, the greens have to be you. If you roll a 2 or a 3, you're going to get 1 coin from the bank on your turn only. And in general, that's kind of how the game's going to play out. So, for example, let's go through the cards themselves. One cool thing, you need to know this before we go any further, is you can actually double, triple, quadruple, whatever you want to on your cards, okay, to actually double, triple, quadruple, or whatever. I don't even know if there's even a limit. So, for example, if you wanted to get 2 wheat fields or, even 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how many you have, anytime a 1 is rolled, you're going to get for each wheat field specifically in your stack. It's going to activate, right? So let's say I've got 2 here and somebody rolls that 1, then I'm going to get 2 coins instead of 1. So again, you can do that with these cards, which is really cool. So like again, you go back to the bakery. All right, so if I roll a 2 or 3 on that, I'm going to get double what the bakery says I can get. So again, that's basically how the game's played. Now I'm going to show you the different cards as we go. You've got the cafe. Now the red cards happen when another person rolls that number. Get 1 coin from the player who rolled the dice. So if you have this, if anybody rolls a 3, you get money from them, okay? The convenience store, when you roll this, you get 3 coins from the bank on your turn only. These are great cards in terms of getting a ton of coins, okay? And then you keep going. You've got... I skipped this one, actually. You've got the ranch. Roll a 2. Get 1 coin from the bank on anyone's turn. If you go with the forest, you get 1 coin from the bank on anyone's turn. So you see what I'm saying? The business center. The purple cards happen when you roll, and they allow you to do several different kinds of powers. As a matter of fact, trade 1 non-establishment, that style of symbol establishment with another player on your turn only. Get 3 coins from all players on your turn only, or 2 coins, and take 5 coins from any 1 player on your turn only. So it's several different kinds of purple establishments, okay? And then if you look here, you're going to start getting into numbers that go past 6. And that's going to require you to use 2 dice. Now here's the kicker. You're not going to be able to use 2 dice until you get the construction card, for example. You pay for it. Which, by the way, I should have been mentioning this. Payment for each card is going to be located in the bottom left. So, for example, if you want to buy this card here, that'd be 5. But let's say your construction card, you can roll may roll 1 or 2 dice. If you buy that, that is now constructed. It gives you that power as well as gives you 1/4 of the way to winning. Okay? And that allows you to start rolling 1 or 2 dice. Here's a note. If you roll 2 dice, they have to be summed together. They have to be added together. So you can't say, oh, I got a 1 and a 6 if something doesn't work out for you. And you'll notice in my final review, that's going to be something I mentioned somewhat. Now, Cheese Factory. Now, these cards typically a lot of them start working off the former cards that you got before that used only a single die to use. So, for example, this one allows you to get 3 coins from the bank for each cow establishment, which would be your ranch. As you see the symbol there, it matches the symbol here, right? And so, these cards work off of each other. Or the Furniture Factory, and that's going to go with the forest that you might own. And again, you're looking for this symbol and specifically that symbol right there where my thumb is to work together. And so on and so forth. You're going to continue to go. You got another red card in there. It can mess somebody over and so on and so forth. And basically, that's in general how the game plays. Once you get all 4 of these flipped, player who does that wins. You're going to continue to go in turns. Everybody's going to be rolling dice, getting resources, and like I said, that's basically how you play. I think you kind of got the idea from the beginning of the video, kind of how I felt about this game. Let me clarify my position. Do I hate it? No. Am I disappointed with it? Not entirely. It's hard to explain. I don't know what's happened with me and Machi Koro. We used to have a good relationship. We used to talk all the time. We had so much fun together, and then we fell out of love. Now that's not true, but anyway, if anybody who has ever played Machi Koro gets this next phrase, you'll understand exactly why I have a problem with this game. Wheat field, ranch, bakery, cafe, convenience store, and any 6-number card, any of the purple cards, okay? That's it. These 6 cards, or the variation of the 6th card, are the only cards that you tend to go for in Machi Koro, okay? What do I like about the game? I'll just give you the forthcoming stuff. When I first got this game, I was on the hype train like everyone else. I absolutely loved it. I was like, this is cool. I can get kind of the feeling of Catan, which, I was starting to kind of slightly get burnt out on Catan when I started playing this. But I wanted to get the feeling of Catan in just a condensed amount of time, right? And, everybody was like, hey, Machi Koro, you dice chuck and you get stuff if you roll it. Hey, sounds like Catan. Well, I got it, and we loved it. We were like, yeah, it's awesome. And then, you chuck dice and you roll and you get stuff. And everybody I showed it to, just about everybody I showed it to, loved it. And then, as time went on, you found out that these 6 type of cards were the only ones typically that you're going for, because why are you going to go for those higher tier cards that require 2 dice when really it's not going to be any benefit to you? The reason I'm saying that is because the game in and of itself, without expansions, is very brief. The base game itself is very brief, okay? And by the time you want to start rolling those double dice or have any real reason to roll them, you're already, the game's almost over as it is. There's hardly any reason to go for those higher tier cards. Hardly any reason. Now, from what I understand, the expansion does fix this, possibly. I've heard conflicting reports on that. But quite frankly, I think I'm just tired of the game. I'm just tired of the game. I'll give you the reasons why. The strategies are very simple, okay? You're going to go for those 6 cards, typically. You're going to go for that convenience store because you want a ton of coins out of it, right? You're going to go for the cafe because you want to mess somebody over when they roll your number. You're going to go for the ranch and the wheat field because 1s and 2s roll a lot, and so on and so forth. There's really, truly no reason to go for any higher tier cards than those. Seriously, there's none. And at some point when everybody has a cafe, everybody's getting messed over. Now, typically, I like take-that games. I like games that have to do with messing people over sometimes. But this game, it just doesn't have enough meat to keep me interested the whole time. right? Now, would I play this with my wife? Maybe. Yeah, she likes this game and she likes Catan, but we don't, she's not always able to play with us, play Catan with us and such. So it's a game that I might pull out with her, but quite frankly, I have no real reason to understand why I'm even keeping this game. Machi Koro, I will say again, it is an awesome game for those that want something quick, fast, and light. But if you're wanting something meaty, there's hardly any strategy in the game. There just really isn't. I mean, like I said, the simplest strategy is to go for those 6 cards. And I know, and I will say, we tried to play with, I think it was the Harbor expansion, one time. The problem was, for whatever reason, the game fell flat. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it added too much convolution to to a game that was already made to be simple. It added so much extra stuff to it, just more cards, more ways to play, and I think that was maybe not the best way to go. Now, I know I'm going to be disagreed with on this, but I can tell you right now, I know I'm not the only one who thinks this. I've heard other people say this as well. Like I say, there may be some people that absolutely love this game, and that's great if you do. And I got no problems with you personally. I just personally don't care for the game anymore. It's going to be very hard to get me to actually come to the table and play it. I've actually turned games down when different groups, we've gotten different groups together, because I've had several game groups I've either started or helped start, and this, I brought this game, so it's my fault. It's my fault. I bought into that hype, and I said, hey, you guys are going to like this, so on and so forth, and I got everybody into it. There are some game groups I still like to play it once in a blue moon, but even when I've been asked to play, even if I had to sit out, I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to play it. I'll find another game to play. And so, yeah, I know I'm going against the grain with a lot of people, but, it's a subjective thing. I mean, it's my own personal opinion. You don't have to necessarily agree with it. We can still be friends anyway, right? But the fact is, Machi Koro is now considered kind of a dud to me. I mean, I have no desire. Like, I've even gone back to Catan after I've been burnt out on it for a while, and I found, myself enjoying Catan again. I found myself coming back into that fold. I'm struggling to find a reason to come back into Machi Koro's fold. So, yeah, I would say, for a guy like me, if you have my tastes, I don't know. I don't think it's for anybody anymore. Or at least the people that like the type of games that I like. I just don't know that, I can't recommend it. I just can't recommend it, and I'm sorry about that. Thanks so much for watching the Dice Odyssey videos. Please let me know, have you played Machi Koro? Have you played any of the expansions? Do you think they fix it? Again, we tried, and it fell flat for us, so maybe it didn't for you. Please let me know what you think of it, and I'm Kasman. Thanks so much for watching. You have a blessed day, and game away.